Hey guys, this is Dr. Celaya. I hope you're doing well. Hey, I just read an article that I wanted to share with you. Let me read the title. There, it's Glyphosate Pesticide in Beer and Wine, Test Results and Future Solutions. You can find this article at the uspirg.org website, which is an informational website. And what they did was they tested 15 beers and 5 wines. And by the way, some of them were organic, and they tested them for glyphosate or Roundup. And they found the numbers anywhere from 3.5 parts per billion to 51 parts per billion of glyphosate in these products. Let me put that in perspective for you. The EU has a level for their groundwater of zero point 0.1 parts per billion. But on the other hand, the US has safe drinking water at 700 parts per billion. That's about 7,000 times more that we allow in the US than they do in the EU. I don't know, I'm a little bit concerned about those numbers. In fact, if you look at how much we use in the US, it's 0.8 pounds of glyphosate for every cultivated acre in the US. That's a lot. In fact, that's a lot on a product we don't know much about. You know, in this research, they're not saying that our products or the beer and wines they tested were sprayed with Roundup. They're saying that it probably came from upstream water or even that was in the soil prior to planting. So, you know, you have to understand a little bit about glyphosate. And it's been around since 1974. And what it does is inhibits an enzymatic pathway required for the making of protein that's unique to plants. And the evidence suggests that it has an effect on our mitochondrial function. And some evidence even suggests that it can change the neurotransmitters. And these are in rat studies, by the way, kind of hard to find human studies to understand a little bit more, right? Nobody's going to volunteer for that. The thing is in 2015, the World Health Organization titled glyphosate as a possible carcinogen, and California soon followed behind. You know, the big thing is there's other ingredients in Roundup as well. Are they causing the problems in addition to? It's hard to say. I think the manufacturer won't allow the amounts and some of the ingredients that they have listed in there as other ingredients or other active ingredients or even inactive ingredients, hard to say. But they do say that surfactants and soaps cause the same type of results. I don't know if I believe that. The big thing that I'm a little concerned with is even if the numbers in beers and wines are low, are they really low, number one? Number two, what about bioaccumulation? Right? So you consume some beer and wine and it's 51 parts per billion. What about the rest of the food you're consuming? You know, I don't know if you remember, but they even found glyphosate in cereals, snack bars, ice creams. And I think that the list is going to grow depending upon what they test, right? Because they haven't tested everything yet. I'm sure we're going to find this stuff in just about everything, organic or not. You know, and in 2016, they found that glyphosate can bind to toxic metals, which the synergistic effect of the toxic metals and the glyphosate on your system, I think it can be a big issue. Even though they say that this stuff is not fat soluble and it doesn't bioaccumulate, I don't think I believe it, right? It's even found in breast milk. Well, my whole thought process on the thing is that if it's even a question, you stop the use and you test it, right, to find out if it's safe. But we have kind of a different understanding on it. We title it as a probable carcinogen, and we're going to keep using it in society until we find out that it is a carcinogen. Doesn't seem to make much sense to me, right? Our health is important, and this is a big issue with our health. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me. We don't necessarily do anything about it until so many people are dying from it that it's incredibly evident. But what do you do, right? In fact, it's a hard scenario. I had a lady come up to me the other day and we were talking about GMOs and cancer. Now, irregardless of the GMOs and cancer, one of the big problems that you have is if a plant is genetically modified, it allows you to spray Roundup on it up to a week before harvesting the crop. And what it does is it kills the weeds. Well, I hate weeds just like everybody else, but you don't get something for nothing. Right? So the problem is that now you have glyphosate in your harvested produce. And here again, is it due to the actual spray on top of it? Is it due to the groundwater? Is it due to in the soil before? I don't know, and I don't really care. Let's figure out how to be safe first, and then either use it when it's safe or we don't use it. Don't put things out in the market that may not be safe or haven't been tested. I know it's a tough one because, there's so many products out there that we wouldn't even have access to because some of the testing gets kind of crazy. I don't know. It's a tough subject, but it's one of those things I think we really need to start looking at. So if you have any other questions or you want more information, you go to my website, drcelaya.com. You can schedule for a free 15-minute consultation or even a new patient consultation. In fact, there's a lot of great information, a lot of great blogs, and I have other videos listed there as well. I hope this helps. Take care.